The oldest written history in existence, the tablets of Sumer, claim that a reptilian race of aliens known as the Anunnaki fell from the heaven to earth and enslaved the human race. The ancient Sumerians wrote that after a slave rebellion, the Anunnaki went into hiding and ruled over humanity using human proxies and Judas goats. The Great Pyramid of Giza was constructed under the direction of Imhotep, who was said to be the son of Egypt's most important god during his day. During this age, the pharaohs worshipped and served over 2,000 human-like gods. In return for managing over the human slave population, the pharaohs were promised eternal life. They were taught that if they had their dead bodies carefully preserved, they would be brought back to life and live forever as gods. This is quite similar to today's world elites who believe they will find immortality by merging with artificial intelligence. Were they promised the same lie of immortality by the fallen ones? According to the Bible, the Hebrews descended from a clan ruled by a god named Jehovah. Jehovah traveled through the sky in what appears to have been a loud, smoking aircraft. Exodus 19 describes Jehovah landing on a mountaintop. And Mount Sinai was altogether covered with smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in fire. And the smoke from the fire billowed upwards like the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mountain quaked greatly. The Bible describes how Moses and a few select leaders were the only ones permitted to approach Jehovah's mountaintop landing site. And Jehovah had threatened to kill anyone else who tried. The Aryan leaders of ancient India claimed obedience to gods who fell from the sky. These human-like gods were called Asura. The Nazi inner circle of the Third Reich claimed to have been following orders from these very same Aryan gods. These Aryan gods taught the Hindus that there was a natural cycle of life that included a dramatic death of humanity, followed by a rebirth. The legend of the phoenix teaches that a natural law exists wherein mankind must die by fire to emerge out of the ashes, growing again, dying again, and so on forever. During the plague of Europe, many people reported seeing bright lights in the sky, preceded by a foul-smelling mist that creeped into town, followed by the Black Death. At least 50 comets were reported in the sky during the Black Death. Also, the appearance of human-like figures dressed in black, wielding long scythes, were reported on the outskirts of town. This is where the image of death was born. After the strange beings were seen, an outbreak of the plague would manifest. Could the long scythes have been long devices designed to spray poison gas into the towns? About 100 years after the Black Death came the cholera pandemic. 100 years after that, the Spanish flu originated from Fort Riley, an army installation in Kansas. And now we have the Wuhan virus, which seems to have originated from a Wuhan biolab. The Bible teaches us that Lucifer and the fallen angels rule over the earth. And when you look at the historical record, it almost seems as if they are farming us and thinning the herd every 100 years. For the past decade, Hollywood has produced an endless stream of doomsday end-time movies. The History Channel alone has deeply embedded the concept of UFOs and aliens into our perceived reality. Are they preparing us for the end? For another great culling of the human race? The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he does not exist. Instead, we are taught that the human race is a virus. Like the phoenix, mankind must die by fire to emerge out of the ashes, and so on forever, until we somehow awaken to defeat the fallen ones and escape this prison planet.